Well, the peer review process is so beneficial to so many people. Whether you're a novice home inspector looking to gain education and experience, or you might be a veteran home inspector looking to stay on top of your game, or a home buyer in need of a top-notch home inspector, or maybe a dedicated real estate professional that's searching for a pro home inspector to refer to your valuable clients. The NCASHI peer review program is of tremendous benefit, either directly or indirectly.
One of the things I like the best about the peer reviews is that we get to compare notes about how we go about inspecting houses. People have different procedures that they follow, and it's really nice to see what other people do so that you can maybe tweak your own process to either streamline or make sure that you cover everything that you need to cover.
You know, one of the primary philosophies that's at the forefront of the mind of a professional ASHI home inspector is how do we make sure that we're serving our clients to the very best of our ability every day, all the time? How do we make sure that we're providing our clients with the most excellent and superior home inspection services possible?
The purpose of the peer review is to allow inspectors to have their inspection abilities and their techniques reviewed by peers in the industry and to improve those abilities to make them better inspectors. And the second part of it is to have your inspection reports reviewed by peers to make sure that they meet the North Carolina Home Inspector Licensure Board standards of practice.
To consistently provide an exemplary level of inspection service, a home inspector has to be knowledgeable about an exceptionally wide variety of technical issues. You know, he or she has to keep themselves up to date regarding inspection methodologies and techniques. They need to thoroughly understand and implement the standards of practice and the code of ethics under which they operate. They have to be able to produce quality, readily understandable, and compliant home inspection reports. And they have to be very well versed and completely cognizant about everything that relates to exactly what it takes to provide a thorough, complete, and ultimately valuable home inspection.
Well, one of the most important things to take away from the peer review process is to remember that most home inspectors are sort of lone rangers. They're out working on their own, and they seldom have the opportunity to compare their performance or how they go about their inspection process with other inspectors. So the peer review gets them into a setting that's formalized where they can compare how they do, what they look at, and sometimes more importantly, what they don't report on. So it gives the inspectors a standard to follow that they might not otherwise have the opportunity to unless they're in perhaps a punitive situation with the licensure board, which they don't want to find themselves in. And this process allows them to get the kinks out of their system before something bad happens.
In my opinion, one of the big values of the peer review process is that, you know, it helps home inspectors answer their self-directed questions such as, you know, am I as good as I should be? Or am I as good as I could be? Or maybe even more importantly, am I as good as I think I am? Of course, a prudent answer to those questions is that we're very rarely as excellent as we should be, because we can always be better no matter how good we might be or how good we think we are.
I really like the back and forth between the candidates and the reviewers. We always learn something from the candidates, and they certainly learn things from us. But I have yet to be in one of these reviews where I didn't learn something new, and that's a big plus for me.
One of the best things that I like about the peer review is the camaraderie between the inspectors and the ability to sit down and hash out a list of must-finds that some inspectors feel like are more important to them, and then learn why they're important to other inspectors. But remembering that sometimes a committee that develops a list of 10 items comes from, in most cases, with our peer review program, nearly 100 years of cumulative home inspector experience. So there's a lot of knowledge and effort and wisdom to be gained by attending the North Carolina ASHI peer review. The North Carolina ASHI peer review program is used under agreement with the Great Lakes chapter of ASHI. They developed this program several years ago, a set of criteria in place that guidelines are to be followed and met. That can't deviate from those. We have a formal agreement with them that keep those standards in place, so there is some consistency in the program, and it has some weight and bearing and meaning for all the parties involved, be it committee members who are serving or candidates who are here to learn about the program. We think that the inspector by review designation that's earned by candidates, if they can complete the program and pass all of the criteria to earn that, are very well earned, and inspectors who have that designation very proud of it and wear a lapel pin to notify the public members and their clients that that's something that they worked hard for and earned. And then the second level of the program would be a master inspector by review, which just ratchets up the inspector by review a few notches and changes the inspection techniques of a master inspector to be shown to be of a level of that much greater than an inspector by review. But a great thanks to the Great Lakes chapter of ASHI for providing us the information for this program.
Here's the thing. While it's pretty cool to earn that IBR designation, it's not at all about passing or failing. It's not about the designation. What it is all about is learning and professional development and the honing of one's inspection skills. You know, it's about an advanced exercise that's designed to sharpen awareness and increase performance and elevate proficiency and ultimately to make all of the participants better home inspectors. Another one of the very key components of the peer review program is the educational review. Now, this part of the exercise is for newer inspectors or for those that might be considering the home inspection profession. Educational review candidates are provided a formal walkthrough of the house being inspected with a committee member, and they discuss the various defects identified by the committee. The ensuing discussions that almost always take place relating to why particular issues were identified, how they were discovered, how they might be reported, are always beneficial to everyone involved. This part of the peer review program, you know, the educational review, is one of the most important aspects of the program because of its benefits to the new or novice home inspector. And NCASHI inspectors are always willing to share their skill sets with those that might be considering membership. So if you think you're up to the peer review challenge, and we bet that you are, come join us for a worthwhile experience. Reach out and embrace what is absolutely an extremely valuable opportunity. We invite all home inspectors and those of you that might be considering entry into the home inspection profession to learn more about all of the aspects and components of the peer review program and learn more about the NCASHI organization right here on our website. And right here on our website as well, you can sign up for our newsletter to stay apprised of all upcoming educational events. Because at ASHI, we speak house, and we speak it well.